With new technologies comes new dangers. China has proposed new regulations surrounding artificial intelligence, cracking down on both the business and science. These regulations include banning personalized pricing, where different sorts of people will be offered different prices, allowing users to opt out of recommender systems and associated antitrust regulations. Mirroring a move by the EU, the CCP is also cracking down on hosting data outside its jurisdiction. The proposal requires companies to avoid using algorithms to encourage excessive consumption. In addition, the Chinese government released a proposal to restrict the proliferation of synthetic content, which includes computer-generated audio and video. This can be used to create things such as deepfakes, which can deceive the masses. By and large, companies seem to be complying with the provision, introducing features that encourage their users to limit time spent using their apps, and easy ways for users to opt out of personalized recommendations. Though companies may encounter hazards as they begin complying with some of the more vague language within the proposal, such as requiring companies to uphold mainstream value orientations and vigorously disseminating positive energy. This comes on the heels of President Biden accusing social media companies of running an experiment on American youth during the last State of the Union. It's safe to say we are entering a new world of regulation and oversight when it comes to interactions between algorithms and humans. Scientists at MIT have introduced causal inference into the toolkit of medical professionals. This tech allows physicians to see predictions of how a patient would fare under different conditions, given their personal details and medical history. Modeling causal effects in the presence of measured confounding variables is nothing new. What is new is the recurrent neural network called GNet they swapped out for the more conventional linear modeling approach. This allowed them to account for nonlinear dynamics inherent in the clinical time series data. Our ultimate goal is to develop a machine learning technique that would allow doctors to explore various what-if scenarios and treatment options. The researchers contrasted GNet's performance with a more conventional MLP and long short-term memory networks and found it outperformed its peers across the board. The idea of using data science to enhance the predictive power and judgment of medical professionals sounds like an ideal use of the tech. As multimodal models improve, simulations become more accurate, and deriving insight from DNA becomes mainstream, it's possible to imagine a world where treatment is both highly personalized and accurate. The grave is apparently no longer the end for celebrities. Andy Warhol has been resurrected to take part in Netflix's new documentary on Andy Warhol. This somewhat morbid, somewhat inspirational example uses a generative AI model to recreate his voice to narrate the series, using entries from Warhol's actual diary. I wonder if the appeal of recreating the past in an era hungry for nostalgia is the new blockbuster equivalence, when destroying New York for the 50th time no longer holds the same appeal or even the same level of technical difficulty. Filmmakers are turning to other methods to have an impact. Meta is capitalizing on all those years it spent pushing fundamental AI technology to bring new possibilities to virtual reality. This includes a long-term vision for the Metaverse. Zuckerberg's vision for a digital utopia requires artificial intelligence to create adequately expressive experiences for its user base. The company's Inside the Lab event discussed developments in BuilderBot, a voice-based assistant for controlling virtual worlds, touch-based technologies, conversational AI, and further work in personalized recommendation. Meta's chief AI scientist, Jan LeCun, also spoke at length about the importance of self-supervised learning and world models. That is, models which capture internal representations of the dynamics at play in the actual world. Autonomous weapons are a difficult topic. Their increased sophistication in recent years has begun to raise concerns within the AI community. Efforts by the United Nations to suppress their adoption have largely stalled out, and in the ongoing war in Ukraine, Russia has deployed Lancet, a kamikaze drone which, once launched, patrols an area until it detects a particular kind of target, at which point it flies directly into the target and detonates. Although killer robots may win in terms of sci-fi horror, AI can also be used to wage wars of disinformation and be used to track troop movements by aggregating massive amounts of data found on social media.